Hey, let's talk for a couple of minutes about the dangerous tipping point when we display a firearm. What we talk about a lot of times here at Washington Gun Law is what we have the right to do. What I want to talk to you about today is what doing the right thing can mean to you and others. Now, a quick review. We know under 9A.16.020 subsection 3, we can use any reasonable force necessary to defend ourselves, others in our presence, or our property. And we know under RCW 9A.16.050 and a litany of case law that we can use a lethal force only when we are in imminent threat of death or serious bodily injury. However, when we display a firearm, and this is displaying, this is pointing, we definitely have an escalation of force, but it is not an escalation to the point of lethal force. We know under RCW 9.41.270 that we cannot display a firearm in a manner which is meant to threaten, intimidate, or coerce another person, the only exception, of course, being if we are engaged in an act of lawful self-defense. But, and this is what I want all of you to be aware of, is the dangerous tipping point that we cross when the firearm is displayed. Because when we decide to display our firearm to a would-be perpetrator, one of three things can happen, and two of them, candidly, are not very good. The first thing, which is actually the one good thing that can happen, is the perpetrator can realize, oh my gosh, I'm messing with the wrong person, immediately take off, everyone lives happily ever after, disaster averted. The second thing that can happen when you display your firearm, though, is that the perpetrator can decide now it's time for him to display his firearm, and now it's game on. And we're going to have bullets flying around, we're going to have a shootout, and God only knows what may happen there. The third scenario is also not good. It may sound bizarre, but trust me, as someone who's been in the criminal justice system for about 22 years now, this does happen, which is, yes, you display the firearm, thus giving the perpetrator a good look at it. They do take off. You think you're going to live happily ever after, but then they call 911, and they describe an activity that entails far more than you merely displaying a firearm. In fact, it will usually go up into somewhere near the level of assault in the second degree, assault in the first degree. Problem is, nothing's been captured on video, and now it's your story against the perpetrators. So the bottom line is it's one thing to know what you have the right to do. It's another thing to know what doing the right thing is. Listen, for a more thorough discussion about when you can or cannot display a firearm, check out this video right here on our channel. My name is William Kirk. I'm the president of Washington Gun Law, and you have been watching Bullet Points.